a 160-pound Great Dane, a 13-month-old baby girl, and a Tuesday night at 2:47 in the morning when he refused to stop barking until someone came. 17 families walked away from this dog. Every single one of them was wrong. A 160-pound Great Dane that nobody wanted refused to let a baby girl out of his sight. Not in the living room, not in the backyard, not for a single minute at the park. For 11 months, he did not leave her side once. Then, at 2:47 in the morning on a Tuesday in November, a pediatrician told Megan Torres that if she had waited even 15 more minutes, the outcome would have been different. She already knew why she had not waited. He was standing in the doorway. Megan Torres was 31 years old, 4 months pregnant, and living in a house that felt exactly the right size for 2 people and whatever was coming next. She worked as a pediatric occupational therapist in Portland, Oregon, and then on a Thursday afternoon in March, she walked into Ridgeview Animal Rescue to drop off donated blankets and walked out with 2 Great Danes that weighed more than her husband. She was not planning to look. She told Daniel this 4 times. She almost believed it. At the far end of the kennel row, past the beagles and the border collies, Megan stopped. 2 enormous black Great Danes sat pressed together in a run built for one. The first was 160 pounds, jet black with a white patch on his chest the size of a dinner plate, ears like folded velvet, and eyes that stayed on her from the moment she appeared in the doorway. He did not bark, he did not shift, he just watched her. The second was 155 pounds, pure black, no markings, pressed against his side. The shelter manager, a woman named Carol, walked over. Zeus and Nix surrendered 8 months earlier when their owner relocated overseas, left at the front door on a Tuesday with a handwritten note that said they were good dogs, please keep them together. In 347 days, 17 families had visited, 17 had left. Carol was honest, 22 pounds of food a week combined, vet bills that outpaced most car payments. They cannot be separated. We tried. Zeus stopped eating, Nix sat in the corner for 11 hours and did not move once. They are a package deal, and the package weighs 315 pounds. Megan looked at Zeus, Zeus looked at Megan. Then he pressed his enormous head against the kennel bars and exhaled one slow, deliberate breath that moved the fur around her ankles. She called Daniel from the parking lot. He said, how big? She said, 160 pounds. He said, each. She said, combined, they outweigh both of us. He said, Megan. She had already signed the paperwork. The first week was exactly what Carol had described and nothing Megan had prepared for. Zeus knocked over the hallway console table 11 seconds after entering the house. Not aggression, just a tail. Nix walked to the couch, circled 3 times, and sat down. The cushion sank 4 inches and never fully recovered. But what surprised Megan was not the size, it was the stillness. From the very first morning, Zeus did not leave the room she was in. The kitchen when she made coffee, the bathroom when she brushed her teeth, the nursery when she painted the final wall. She would turn around and he would be there. Every time, without sound, without fuss, without being asked. She tried closing the bedroom door one night. She heard nothing for a full minute. Then she heard him lie down against the outside of it, his breathing, slow, steady, like an engine idling. She opened the door, he walked in, turned once, and lay down on the floor beside the bed. He looked at her with the expression of a dog who had decided the door rule did not apply to him. That was the end of that conversation. By the end of week 2, the routine had been established entirely on Zeus's terms. Where Megan went, Zeus went, not anxiously, not destructively, just present, the way a shadow is present. Nix was different, quieter, more independent, content to hold the perimeter while Zeus held the center. They had a system, and neither of them needed Megan to understand it. But here's what nobody tells you about Great Danes. They're listed among the most gentle breeds in the world, but gentle is not the right word. The right word is deliberate. Every movement, every choice, every position they take in a room is a decision. Zeus was not following Megan because he couldn't be alone. He was following her because he had decided she shouldn't be. 5 weeks in, Megan came home hollow. A long day at work, the kind that follows you home. She put her keys down, lowered herself onto the kitchen floor, and cried. Zeus came in slowly, without sound. He placed his 160-pound body against her left side and did not move. Nyx pressed in from the right, warm and entirely still. Megan sat sandwiched between 315 pounds of dog on a kitchen floor at 7:14 in the evening. She did not move for 40 minutes. Neither did they. If you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet, that honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You're going to want to see what comes next. Something worth knowing about Great Danes: despite that enormous frame, their average lifespan is only 7 to 10 years. Every day one of them chooses to spend beside you is worth more than it looks.
From that evening on, a routine formed. Every morning at 6:30, Zeus stood at the bedroom doorway and waited. Not barking, just there. More reliable than any alarm Megan had ever owned. Nyx had her own system. She carried Megan's left slipper to the back door every single morning. Only the left, never the right. The logic has never been explained, and at this point, nobody is asking. Lily was born in September, 6 pounds, 4 ounces. Earlier than expected, smaller than Megan had imagined. Daniel drugged them home from the hospital on a Friday, while Carol from the shelter stayed with the dogs. When they pulled into the driveway, Zeus and Nyx were sitting at the front door, facing it. Carol said they had not moved in 3 hours, just sitting, waiting. Daniel set the car seat down in the middle of the living room. Zeus stood slowly, walked 3 steps forward, lowered his massive head, and pressed his nose gently to the edge of Lily's blanket. He held it there for 5 full seconds, then stepped back and sat. He looked at Lily the way he had looked at Megan through the kennel bars 8 months earlier. The same stillness, the same decision being made. Then he did something he had never done before. He walked to the hallway, turned, and sat directly in front of Lily's bedroom door. Nobody asked him to. Nyx took the living room, Zeus took the door. They had already divided the territory before anyone thought to assign it. Daniel looked at Megan. Neither of them said anything. What followed was 11 months of Zeus refusing to let Lily out of his sight. Refusing. Lily on the playmat, Zeus on the floor beside her, positioned between her and the door. Lily and the bouncer near the window, Zeus at the entrance, body angled outward. When the grocery delivery driver knocked and the door opened, Zeus stepped in front of Lily before Megan's hand reached the handle. He did not growl, he did not bark, he simply put 160 pounds of himself between Lily and whatever was on the other side. The driver left the bags on the porch. At the park one Saturday, a man reached toward Lily in the stroller. Zeus moved before Megan did. 1 step, body between them, head low. The man stopped, said sorry, kept walking. Zeus watched him for 30 feet, then turned back to Lily. Lily learned to walk holding Zeus's back. He matched her pace exactly, step by careful step, never pulling ahead. He moved like he understood that learning takes time and that she had all of it. When she stumbled, he stood still while she grabbed his ear with both fists and hauled herself upright. Not once in 7 months did he shift his weight. Not once did he make her feel anything else than steady. Then, one morning, Lily found the grooming brush in the basket beside the couch. She picked it up with both hands, walked across the room in her careful toddler stride, and held it out toward Zeus. He looked at the brush, he looked at her, then he turned, lowered his back, and waited. She brushed him for as long as she wanted, sometimes the same spot twice. He did not correct her, he never moved, he never rushed her. He simply waited, watching the television while a 14-year-old decided how long Tuesday mornings last. Then it was the night of November 4th. Lily was 13 months old. Megan and Daniel were asleep. The house was quiet. At 2:47 in the morning, Zeus began to bark. Not his low, lazy acknowledgement bark. This was sharp, repetitive, the kind of sound that pulls you out of sleep before you are fully aware you are awake. Megan ran to the nursery. Zeus was standing at the crib rail barking directly at Lily. Not at the window, not at the door, at Lily. Lily's face was flushed. Her breathing was shallow and rapid, chest rising too fast. Her skin was hot before Megan's hand crossed the distance, 104.1 degrees. Megan called the pediatric emergency line while Daniel got the car. The doctor who assessed Lily at the hospital said the fever had likely been climbing for 2 hours. A febrile seizure was close. If they had come in 30 minutes later, the conversation would have been harder. They came in because Zeus refused to stop barking until someone came.
The same dog 17 families rejected, the same 160 pounds of too much, he stood at a crib at 2:47 in the morning and made enough noise to save a life. Today, Zeus is 3 years old. He still refuses to let Lily out of his sight. He still sleeps outside her bedroom door. He still positions himself between her and any door that opens. He still brushes every morning, left side first, while cartoons play and the house is quiet and nobody has anywhere urgent to be. Lily is 18 months old. She calls him Z. She brings him the brush without being asked. She pats him twice when she is done, drops it, and walks away. He watches her go. Then he stands and follows. He has never once let her walk away alone, not once in 11 months, not once since the moment she came home in that car seat, and he pressed his nose to the edge of her blanket and made a decision nobody asked him to. Some dogs follow commands. Zeus follows Lily. There is a difference, and if you've ever had a dog who decided on their own that you were theirs to protect, you already know exactly what that feels like. The 17 families who walked away from Kennel 14 made their decision with their eyes. Zeus made his with something no shelter intake form has a category for. Would you trust a 160-pound dog that nobody wanted to watch over your baby? Or would the size alone be enough to say no? Tell me in the comments.